Yo, welcome back to Herbistry420. I'm your host, 40. Today we're doing something different. It is winter, and I am wearing a tank top. Luckily, these lights are so warm that I'm actually sweating, huh? Anyways, today is not going to be a recipe video. It's not even going to be about cannabis, right? Today is going to be about tattoos, baby. I get asked all the time, both online and in person, like what my tattoos mean. And to be honest, usually I don't go into detail. If you're not my friend or something like that, that like, why do I need to tell you my personal reasons why I got tattoos? But for the first time ever, we're going to create a part one of a multi-part series where I talk about some of my tattoos and what they mean to me. And yeah, why not, right? So let's start with my left hand, right? And I'm going to cheat a little bit because some things, like talking about on my knuckles, I got them at the same time, and so therefore, what do they mean, right? Now, this video is not sponsored by, but my buddy, Trudy Mueller, sent me this shirt, and he's done several tattoos on me. I'll point them out. In the front, you can see there's a skull here. In the back, you can see there's this gypsy girl holding a tarot card, etc., of the skull with his name. This guy is an amazing tattoo artist. You should definitely check him out. I'll link his Instagram in the description. He travels all over the place, all over the world to do tattoos. And so for sure, no matter where you live, you could probably link up somewhere around you. Just let him know, right? Send him a message. Say, hey, 40 sent you. Anyway, so let's start with the knuckles. Why did I get love and hate? You know what? The reality is, in 2014, the second worst year of my life, it was bad, huh? I broke my ankle, I broke up with a girl, I lost a business event, all kinds of stuff. I was looking for a change. That's why I moved here, huh? And I got this tattoo to remind myself that I have a choice, right? The reality is that life is going to crap on you sometimes, and you have a choice how you respond. And if you respond negatively, it probably will bring more negativity or more bad things or whatever. And so love and hate was a reminder to make a choice every day. How do I want to be? Do I want to be positive or negative? Do I want to move forward or move backward? I'm not saying that I always choose the right path, for sure not. But it's a reminder to say, hey, you have a choice. Because the reality is we can really choose what our future holds, right? If you want things to change, the power is within inside you. And maybe it's not just doing one thing. It's not lighting a lighter or smoking a joint. Maybe you have to put forth these different steps to achieve what you want to achieve. But we all have that power, and this is a reminder for that, right? Why did I get my thumbs? Like there's a spade and there's a heart. And again, I'm going to put some better pictures up so you guys can see because I'm not really showing the camera that well. But I got the heart and the spade because it felt like my thumbs were naked and the rest of my fingers had something. So I thought, oh, I should put something on my thumbs. And the heart and the spade is to represent cards because I used to love to play poker. And so that's what that's about, right? On top of my left hand, there is a lion, and the lion represents that I'm a Leo, right? I was born in the summer, in August, and that means that I never got a cake, right? Like when you're in school and they celebrate some kid's birthday when you're in like elementary school or whatever, and they bring a cake and they're like, hey, happy birthday. I never got that. I'm not mad, but I still remember. Anyways. But yeah, so I'm a Leo, huh? And I don't know if I believe in all the astrology stuff, definitely not as heavy as some people, but it's funny because everybody says I'm definitely a Leo. So maybe it's true. I don't know. Anyway, next, we're going to talk about a wraparound right here, right? You can see right here is a Viking that's with a ship, right? And right here is a Nordic compass, right? Again, I'll post better pictures. The Nordic compass was used for Vikings to find their way home back in the day, right? And you're saying, Vikings, why Vikings? My mom is Norwegian and Danish, and so this represents my Viking side, right? And so I wanted something to represent that. I do like the idea of the compass to always remind me where my home is, to remind me, what home is about, etc. And so that's what that is. The ship, I love the sea, right? If I'm an avid spearfisherman, surf, paddleboard, swim. I love the sea, huh? And then, of course, a Viking. This Viking is dead, which means that no matter what, live or die, I'm always going to have that Viking blood inside me. I suppose if I die, maybe the blood goes, though. Anyway, The next tattoo is a bit controversial, right? In fact, I posted a time lapse on one of my other channels of me getting this tattoo long time ago. I don't remember how long, maybe 10 years ago or something like that, or 11 or something. I got this Che Guevara tattoo. It's controversial because some people hate him, right? Some people love him, some people hate him. And let me explain why I got the tattoo, because it may not be why you think. I'm not a communist. I'm not somebody who believed in everything that he believed in. But what I love about him is this guy was going to become a doctor. He took a road trip with his buddy on a motorcycle, and he started to see the world. He saw people suffering, and he says, you know what? I need to do something about this. You know, I want to make a difference. Being a doctor, he would have been, set. He would have had a very cushiony lifestyle. He would have been able to live good, etc. Instead, he went and he helped people in the jungle, on the Amazon, etc. And then he started to follow the causes he thought he should be part of. I'm not saying I agree with all the causes that he followed, but nothing is more admirable than to see someone like give everything up to help others, right? I mean, I'm not at that level, but I do like to give, and I would stand up for people who can't stand up for themselves, right? Whenever I see somebody who's struggling, it always tears at my heart, and if I have something I can give, I will. If I see somebody getting mugged or something, I would step in to save them. It's just who I am, right? So that's that. Here I have 3 stars. You'll notice that there's 3 on this side. These 3 on the left arm were the first ones. I got these just because I like symmetry. I'm OCD, right? So like having them here and not here, I just felt off. It felt wrong, right? So that's why I got the other side. We're cheating. We're jumping around a bit, but really we're focusing on this hand. The 3 stars are really where it's like you, basically. Like you start off as a small star and your goal is to become a bigger star, right? And I don't mean in the sense of fame. I mean in the sense of growth. I mean in the sense of being better than you were the day before. And I strive for that, right? I'm a lifelong learner. And even though I'm not in school at the moment, I love to learn new things. Whether it's reading books, whether it's watching videos online, whatever it is, or signing up for courses, whatever. Now, I'm not saying I love to learn everything. Like, I don't need to know how caterpillars reproduce. It's just not a curiosity for me. But if it's something new regarding art or something new regarding audio or video, like I'm heavily versed in audio and video, by the way, as you may be able to tell. And in fact, I used to teach at the college level back in the day. But, so yeah, if it's something that interests me, then for sure I'll love to learn it. And this is what this is reminding myself to strive to become better or be better than I was the day before. Do I always do that? For sure, no. I have my demons, I have my issues, just like all of us. I'm not saying I'm perfect. And then just because I try to remind myself to be better doesn't mean that I don't slip up, make mistakes, be an idiot, whatever, right? But it's good to remind yourself that you do have a choice in that, because the person you are is the person you decided to be, right? Regardless of what happens to you, right? Anyway, so moving along, I'm back here. There's an axe, and I believe that there's a knife that goes here. And those, real quick, are just fillers, and they fall in line with the Viking sentiment, and they don't mean anything else than to fill in some spots, but also to connect to the Viking roots, right? Over here, we have my first dog, a beautiful pit bull. I got him when I was 18 years old. Man, I love that dog. And he was so much fun and such a good boy, huh? He was like 85 pounds of muscle. He was a red nose, red eyes, brindle color, and he just looked like a demon, but he was the sweetest dog ever. Like he would come and he would just lick you and want to play and whatever. He didn't really like other animals. I didn't socialize him enough as a puppy with other animals, but with people I did, and he was awesome with people. He just wasn't good with animals. So this is to commemorate him. I loved him, huh? Next, right here, we've got my only cover-up, actually. This is a gorilla. This little piece right here is like an ornament, and this is just to fill some extra space. It doesn't necessarily mean anything to me, but the gorilla signifies martial arts. I have done martial arts on and off my whole life, right? In fact, at one point, I tried out for the Olympics for Taekwondo, I was heavy into it. I used to teach when I was younger. I have studied many different styles, and for sure, martial arts, whether I do it or not, will always hold a place in my heart. And so that's what this is about. Plus, I'm a bit hairy, yo, so I'm kind of part gorilla. All right, so that's my left hand. And then this is part one. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I'm curious, if you have any tattoos, what is your favorite tattoo and why? Of your own, right? Or of someone else's, if you want to say. Or if you want, in the video, which one did you like of mine? Leave it in the comments, guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like, share, subscribe. You know the deal, baby. Woo! Until next time, I'm out!